one of the easiest comma rules is the comma that you use with a list. And sometimes that is called a series comma. Sometimes it's called a serial comma, not as in Rice Chex, but SERIAL. It's also called the Oxford comma, and it's sometimes called, though rarely, the Harvard comma. I think those at Harvard just kind of wanted to get in on the game. It's most often referred to as the Oxford comma. So when you're making a list of items, you have more than 2 items. So I'm looking here at my wonderful game cupboard, and I have Catan and Scrabble and bananagrams, and Yahtzee on my shelves. So you'll see I put a comma between each item because I don't have a Catan Scrabble. That'd be weird. I don't have a Scrabble bananagrams. So you put commas to divide the words, to separate the words. And then this is our beloved Oxford comma. It's the comma that you put just before the conjunction. Maybe I'm going to make a different sentence. I said, we will play. So now I'm putting my list in a sentence. We will play Catan, Scrabble, bananagrams, and I'm not going to say and because we can't play all of those at once. Instead, I'm going to say or. So it's still a coordinating conjunction. It's still one of our fanboys, comma, 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 and then I've got a period. So one common mistake that students will do is they will put the comma here. They'll put it after the conjunction. That is not good. Don't put your comma there. Sometimes we have lists that are not just single nouns. We can have lists that are verbs. We can have lists that are prepositional phrases. We can have lists that are clauses. And if we've got a string of clauses, we need to use commas. If we've got prepositional phrases, over the river, comma, here's another prepositional phrase, through the woods, up the hill, and into town went the parade. Here my list is a bunch of prepositional phrases, and I will put a comma between each one because I have more than 2. So that's the rule for a list. If you have more than 2, if I just said over the river and through the woods, then I would not need a comma. So we have a comma here. We have a comma here. Up the hill, here's another comma. And look, I've put the comma just before the conjunction, up the hill, comma, and into town. That's a list of prepositional phrases. So the series comma is not, it's the simplest comma rule to figure out. And you are looking for a list of items, and the series comma, that beautiful Oxford comma, goes just before the conjunction. So that is our series comma rule.